Information, news, and entertainment on demand.
WSRadio.com.
Accomplishment Coaching is proud to present the following fine programming. Accomplishment Coaching, where coaches lead and leaders coach. AccomplishmentCoaching.com.
Welcome to WS Radio's Business Spotlight Show.
Thanks for listening in. I'm Wade Taylor, and this hour we're discussing the world of AI, artificial intelligence. In these days of COVID, where we're working from home, we really need to be leveraging technology and automation as much as we can. And fortunately, I have the good fortune of being joined by Marty Beard. He is the co-founder and CEO of Always AI, and I encourage you to check him out. Go ahead and open up a browser window. Go to alwaysai.co. alwaysai.co. And you know, Marty, I thought maybe we should start with a quick shout out to your partner. Do you want to identify them?
Yeah, so that's a gentleman named Steve Grisette, and he's the co-founder. He's the chief technology officer, somebody I've worked with for a long time in my career. And then I'm the CEO of the company and co-founder.
Perfect. So just always want to acknowledge all the players involved. We're happy to have you joining us on the show. And so wanted to jump into this discussion about artificial intelligence because people know the buzzword, but they may not understand how it actually plays out in real life. And I understand, or I've been enlightened by speaking with you and others, that AI can encompass quite a bit, and you guys really focus on the vision part of AI. Right. So can you quickly give us your definition, maybe in brief, of AI and the role of vision within that?
Yeah, so I think AI, that term has been stretched so many directions in the last couple of years. And I've been in Silicon Valley and run software companies and mobile companies and kind of see trends come and go. This one is quite significant, quite large. But at the end of the day, what it really is AI it's kind of any technique that enables a computer to mimic human intelligence, right? That's really what that is, and that's actually been around for quite a while. There's a subset of AI known as machine learning, and that's really where machines start to actually learn, right? So this is kind of like the revenge of math nerds. It's like mathematics, statistics, etc. It's techniques that enable machines to kind of improve at tasks as they go, and so that trend has really taken hold in the last several years. And just to geek out one more layer, there's a subsection of machine learning called deep learning. Some people on your show may have heard of this expression. That's really the magic right now that has got everybody excited, and that's where deep learning are basically algorithms that learn on their own, right? So now you're talking about what we've seen in science fiction and so forth, which is machines kind of taking in some data, taking in some input about the world, learning, and then continuing to learn based on the more data that they get. So you get into this, let's just call them learners, right? And so AI at the end of the day is creating a bunch of learners that are looking at our world and trying to help us out.
Yeah,
vision. Yeah, I can get into the vision part of it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to quickly comment. Didn't mean to interrupt, but in the past, even with all the power of computers, we were kind of using them as calculators. In a really basic fashion, right? And then AI has taken us into thinking. The computer actually thinking, and then, like you said, the deep AI is learning. Yeah. So we need to appreciate that we're finally unleashing the power of the computer where we've just been scratching the surface.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, in the past, it was a lot of if this, then do this. People refer to so-called decision trees. You kind of imagine a tree with a bunch of branches, and if I go on this branch, then I end up over here. And we were telling computers what to do, right? Now it's reversed a bit. The computer is saying, okay, I got it. I'm learning. And I'm continuing to learn. In fact, I might be learning more than you know, and I'm going to bring that back into the system. So that's the so-called deep learning. And to be honest with you, there's some parts of that even the experts kind of don't actually understand exactly how that works, which is one of the challenges that we need to be aware of when machines start making decisions that surprise us or might be decisions that we don't think are the right decisions. We need to really try to get into that deepness, and understand what's going on.
Right.
But yeah, that's AI. It's really it's mathematics and statistics being pushed out to the edge, being pushed onto computers where they're actually starting to learn for themselves.
And so the role of vision in all this is what?
Yeah, so vision. So another way to think about AI is like, okay, I keep hearing AI. What are really the actual segments? Where are there people making money, businesses doing things in AI? And one of the areas would be like, for example, robotics, where robots are increasingly being used to do complicated things for us. So-called natural language processing. This is like, Alexa and Siri and things like that we all know. And that's really come a long way. It's gotten a lot better. But computer vision is another segment where there's just a huge amount of innovation going on. And at the end of the day, it's kind of, it nets down to this. It's like vision, human vision is one of the last parts of the technology stack that hasn't been automated, right? So speech has been automated, messaging, the way we're all addicted to text and messaging and so forth. But at the end of the day, vision, which is the most powerful human element, that has not been automated. We have not really leveraged that. So there's a whole segment of AI called computer vision, which is doing exactly that. It's taking the deep learning we talked about, applying it to cameras, applying it to sensors, and trying to get vision working for us in unique and interesting ways.
And I would imagine that's in part because vision is in some ways interpretive.
Exactly, yeah. And so, and also just think about vision and just incredibly how powerful and subtle and how we constantly use it. So the question is, okay, what could something out on what we call the edge, out in the world? Just think of a camera sensor. You could think of a drone. You could think of a robot. You could think of a medical diagnostic equipment. All kinds of things that have camera sensors in them, but those sensors are so-called quote unquote dumb. They're just trained to do one thing or look at one thing. What if they could also learn, right? And so that's where the magic is coming in right now in computer vision. It's like trying to push out these deep learning algorithms out into the world and get the world actually learning and working for us. And we can go through examples, but at the end of the day, that's what's got so many people excited. It's a very fascinating area. It's quite early, but we're seeing this explosion of interest in amongst software developers.
Yeah, in our next segment, we're going to really drill down into some of the real-world applications. But with about a minute left, I think it would be informative for the audience for you to elaborate a little bit on that. And if I can maybe lead into it. Originally, I've been around way too many years. Everything was local, right? It was the computer in your office, and maybe you had a LAN, a local area network. Right. But with the advent of the internet and the fact that we've got fiber optics and it's just become so much robust, we moved all of those local things to the cloud, which is simply remote servers somewhere. But we allowed those remote servers in the cloud to do the heavy lifting. But now we're pushing beyond that to what's on the other end of that connection, which you've described as the edge. So with about a minute, can you kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, so there are today 4 billion edge devices, sensors that are out there in the world ready to do things. And that's projected to grow to 25 billion over the next several years. And if you add up all that processing power, it blows away the cloud. It's way more than the cloud. So you're absolutely right that the intelligence and the power is now pushing out into the world, not back into a cloud or a server. It's actually going to be out on the edge. And we need to get that working for us in ways that are helpful for humanity, ways that help our lives and help our businesses.
And in order for it to be truly useful and real world, real time responsive, the thinking has to be occurring at that point, right?
That's right. You want it real time, exactly. You want that information right now. You need it right now. You're trying to act on that information immediately, right? You want it to be real time, you want it to be secure, and you want it to be accurate.
All righty. Well, with under 30 seconds left, is there something at alwaysai.co that you would encourage people to check into to enhance their knowledge?
Yeah, so we have a platform that is really easy to use that allows people to create computer vision applications and then actually deploy them to the edge. So just come to our website and check it out.
All righty, very good. I'm speaking with Marty Beard, co-founder and CEO of Always AI at alwaysai.co. Back in a moment to learn more about the real-world applications of this fascinating technology, artificial intelligence. Back in a moment.
Is your message too generic to truly move your audience? Your brand needs to have impact. It should pack a punch. That's where we come in. We are punchy. Your branding has to make you stand out from your competition. It needs to attract, empower, and engage your audience. Punchy powers all that through branding, UI and UX, design, and imagery. Come feel our impact at www.punchy.design.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Too much to do? Not enough time to get it done? Call on the experts at Another 8 Hours for your business support needs. By partnering with Another 8 Hours, we allow you to focus on the more important matters, like being in front of your clients, doing what you do best, rather than being stuck at a desk poring over paperwork, rummaging through emails, returning phone calls, and struggling to get everything done by yourself. Meanwhile, your family and social life are going down the drain. Go to another8hours.com or call 8 more hours. That's 866-734-6877.